We'll put it in the fucking...
Why not, right?
In the garbage can?
There was ice in there yet?
It's recording, full disclosure.
It's cold as fuck.
It's recording? Hold on, we'll get
it
it.
out, though, if we need to.
Ice.
Ice, baby.
Ice.
Ice, baby.
Is that vanilla?
Too cold.
Too cold. Too cold. Too cold.
It's too cold.
Warming.
I feel like there should be one more glass for my wife somewhere.
Yeah.
Mine, yours. Oh, hey, this one right by her headphones.
This is episode 8 when we get it going.
8 is great.
I feel like,
To the end of the world?
To the ends of the world.
Ends.
Ends.
2 ends.
There are 2 ends.
Plural.
You have a first and a last.
Ends of the world.
Ends of the world. Plural.
To the ends of the world.
I don't like Lone Rangers, like from Airheads. With Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah,
and,
good call.
Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser. Yep. I don't know if it works like that, but I love the beat that you're laying down.
That's just the generic ones that come on there. And it's
That's
perfect.
great.
It should be piping through to there too, which is even.
we're just waiting for Amanda.
She's coming
Yeah,
back.
no big deal. Like I said, I can.
somewhere.
If this gets too long before we start, I can always trim up the.
We haven't started yet.
I hit record.
I can't get my eyes
Oh,
on here.
jump rope with this.
I was like, what you need?
You got that much leash?
I
They're
got-
keeping me way tighter
I got
than that.
more.
They're keeping me way tighter than that. What are you drinking, Paul? What do you want?
I don't know. Are we starting with that?
Do we finish with that last time? Or
No,
do
we didn't
start
even
with
open it.
How, yeah, I was saying it's so.
We don't have to. That wasn't me being like, hey, I want that.
No, I think we should start with it. Like,
Your casa, bro. Up.
we ended the last podcast talking about how we got that bottle.
Yeah.
I say we start with it.
All right.
Let me.
All right.
Okay.
Apparently it's fucking Warren's like, fuck you. I'm gonna get to the Penelope.
Amanda's here.
Dogs are pottied, fire's going.
Well, there's
You
the
say
little Irish lass we were waiting on.
Yeah. She's here now. Aaron's gonna yell at you for doing that.
Who?
Aaron.
She doesn't clean my
No.
teeth anymore. I don't
No,
care.
the entire town of Aaron.
No, the chick that used to clean my teeth, her name was Erin. And she would yell at me for tiger teeth, but as it turns
Adam
out,
from 1,000 Islands.
as it turns out, she doesn't clean my teeth no more.
Hey, wait!
I
Before
can-
we start, does this shirt beer fit me?
She fits you tight.
What do you guys think?
It's an XL.
I like it. I like it.
Little bit of Irish whiskey for you.
This here is episode 8
A little
of
bit
the
of
1,000
Irish.
Pound Podcast.
A little bit.
Yes,
of,
I know. 3 episodes deep.
A little bit of Irish
Well,
whiskey for me.
It wasn't one day. This has been months. Months in between recordings.
Well,
Last
fuck.
time we were here was months
Warnie,
ago.
you gotta finish that bourbon so I can pour you some Irish whiskey.
I just poured this.
You better
I-
slam it, bud.
No, I can't.
Fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was wearing an XL beer fit shirt.
Look at me.
He just ripped it.
I'm almost fitting into it.
I'm almost fitting into it, he said.
Beer almost. We can start a spin-off company. Beer almost fit. Or beer,
I've
beer
learned a
doesn't
few
fit.
things about sizing shirts. Starting at large, I need to move up and extend well beyond.
3XL.
In the last episode, we talked about how that it wasn't a spin-off by any means, but you took some of the things that you learned with Husky Stud and you went with the Beer Fit Travel Co.
I did.
I literally told you as I squeezed into this XL. I said you need to
XL.
start there. In our realm, XL is the
extra
small.
medium.
XL is where you
man.
start.
Like large
It
is
should go
size,
XL,
medium,
2XL,
extra.
3XL, 4XL, 5XL, maybe a 6.
Oof.
That's
I
like
don't-
a 3.
But
I don't want to hang out with a 6.
But honestly,
Six is pushing
what's
it.
really crazy is the amount of women that have reached out to me and said,
That are 6XLs?
"No, they're size mediums.
Damn.
Size mediums are less than women." And they're like, "Hey, I want to be beer fit," and I'm like,
I was like,
I don't.
As your marketing manager.
She is my marketing manager.
I do advise to get women's sizes.
Yeah, you just sell them big shirts to like sleep in. Well, these are pajamas.
Here's a nightgown.
Hey, I guarantee you'll fit in
Or,
this.
with a belt.
Here's a size XL, you'll fit in it.
With a
and,
belt, it's a stylish dress.
For people who are 5'2" and under.
Worst case, you can wear it twice. I don't know what the same night.
Wear it twice.
Wrap it around or something like that.
I just never expected.
A female following.
Regular people would want to
I
wear
really didn't
t-shirts.
expect a female following. Like, you know, to get guys who are like, oh, I'm beer fit. You know, like, oh, hey, man, I party and have a good time. And, like, I like, fuck, I'm a little bit bigger than average. Like, that's cool. But women have jumped all over the beer fit fucking image. And they're like, hey, I, too, like to fucking party and have a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
AKA we're Wisconsin.
So basically, what you're saying is like beer fit men are basically just dad bods
I would say
in disguise.
yeah.
Dad
they're-
buds, but cooler.
Cool. Oh,
You are definitely
More
cooler.
adventurous.
You are more adventurous, and like
he's.
I would say,
I've not been very
I don't want to say
adventurous.
cooler because like I don't want to sound like I'm a fucking pretentious ass because I am a pretentious ass.
Too late.
But like,
Do I gotta delete the last episode?
but like, I truly like to party, man. Like I like to go out and have a good time. Like we eat good food. We enjoy going and drinking. Everything we're about is living life to the furthest, right?
Yeah.
So we want to go out and have a good time, which means you're gonna be a bit plus size, right? Like
Yeah.
skinny people.
No doubt.
I'm
No
not
doubt.
saying like skinny people without coke can have a good time,
Yeah.
but skinny people with coke are definitely skinny. Skinny people without coke are a little bit.
I never heard a truer statement.
Like I'm gonna preface that I've never done coke.
Wow. Just wow.
I don't know how we get developed into the coke, but
Have you ever tried cherry coke? I'm more of a cherry coke guy.
I do like cherry coke, man. I like cherry coke zero now because I'm trying to stay fit and lean.
Yeah.
But
You're doing pretty good.
Hey man,
No, he's not.
aren't you just trading in the sugar for like cancer causing
Yeah, man.
aspartame
you
or something
got,
like that?
you gotta live long enough to have the cancer, bro.
Oh, cheers to that.
Turns
Speaking
out
of
I'm
which,
gonna die young.
months ago we talked about cracking open that 18-year Jameson.
Months ago.
Months ago we did that, and here we are. We cracked her, right?
Cracker.
You guys did.
Oh.
I got some Penelope
Jared's,
posted.
Jared's drinking Penelope.
Penelope.
I believe it's pronounced Penelope.
Get a lump.
It's like hot
It's like
Oh.
better version of cantaloupe.
Say, is this a Penelope? Gonna waft it.
Swirl it, sniff it.
The
It's
Penelope is very
Get
good,
your notes.
actually. That's the stuff that I tried at.
Well, that's good.
Dude, I'm telling you
This
that
is
Penelope
smooth.
does nice.
They
Feels
had
like-
it on sale for $50 there.
I feel like St. Patrick's Day.
But bougie.
Yeah.
Like
But bougie.
this is like St. Patrick's Day for less trashy version.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like we gotta have a St. Patrick's Day episode too.
It's on a Sunday this year.
At Brazenhead for
You know-
Ryan Sippin's birthday.
You know,
You think
Probably
so?
at work
You're
that
gonna be
day.
working.
I'm into it,
I
even though
gotta
I'm
work.
not 100% Irish.
I've heard that. I've heard that you're not 100% Irish.
Bringing it back.
Ew.
You told me to start talking about it.
Yeah.
I have
into the music
poured
career.
I have poured Irish
Or like-
whiskey in your mouth though.
We're like Taylor Swift, where we put the Easter eggs out, but we don't tell anybody what's
Easter
going
eggs or Kegel eggs?
Did you just say we're like?
on.
Who just said that we're like Taylor Swift? Did you just say
Yeah, I
that?
did.
In what way?
Yeah. You were like,
You have Kegel eggs.
you were like, no, you were like, I'm not 100% Irish. He turned away.
So I'm
She's
basically
also
like
not
Taylor
100% Kansas
That's
Chief.
That's Easter egg right there. You're letting you're letting the fans know that you might come together and
Yeah, you get a Taylor Swift moment.
Taylor Swift.
Either way,
I
I would-
can't sing. But
I would definitely at least like even just part of her career. I would take it.
Vagina.
Yeah.
I mean, what career?
Yeah.
What part of Taylor Swift
How
are
do
you
you have
taking?
You don't know if she's got a better. You don't know if she's got a better vagina than you. You can't say that.
She's got aftermarkets though. I've seen it.
Aftermarkets?
She's got aftermarkets now.
Bolt-ons.
No.
Bolt-ons. Hey, just remember, never
Bolt-on
replace, always upgrade.
Vaginal bolt-ons.
She's got.
No. Up top.
They kind of said, "Oh,
Really?
well, that reminds me of that
Somebody else just said that. She just got bolt-ons.
that
man.
cartoon that we watched when we were kids.
I'm gonna
oh,
Google it.
Voltron. not Taylor Swift. Vaginal bolt-ons.
Bolt-ons.
And it's like
come together and I'm the head. Voltron.
I am Taylor Swift, leader of all pop stars.
I'm googling.
Follow me or die.
I'm googling Taylor Swift bolt-ons.
Everyone,
I
look
swear
at
to
my
God, she's got
vaginal
aftermarket.
bolt-ons.
She's got aftermarket implants.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, up top.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah.
I am thinking we're talking about the downstairs.
Tatas.
Ah.
Hey, my
Taylor
wife told me.
Swift.
My wife told me she's got bolt-ons.
What? Wait.
No.
Oh, T Swift? I don't know.
Not my wife. My wife doesn't have
Anywho.
bolt-ons. Taylor Swift has bolt-ons.
How about that,
My
James?
wife told me about. It's not my fault, man. Maybe I imagined my wife telling me she had bolt-ons. I don't know.
Fork over the 10 grand and I will.
Is that what they are now?
Easily.
10 grand?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd sell you mine for $5.
Deal. I will lipo some fat out of yours and put them in mine and perfecto. They'll film over.
Jared,
it.
what, you want to get into business? We'll start selling girls our tits. Just take some
Hey,
of this.
I tell you what, those shirts make your tits look fucking fantastic.
Well, settle down over there.
yeah.
Hey, don't slip off that bar stool, fella.
Not fucking up. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yo, shimmy, your way. Give me the microphone,
Anyway.
I'll take it away.
Jeremy's all wet.
What were we
He's
talking
moist. He's moist.
Moist.
Oh.
Moist.
Oyster than an oyster.
Everybody loves that. All of our fans, our 9 or 10 fans, I'm sure they love the
12.
word moist.
There's gotta be at least 12.
You only have 9 or 10 followers?
There's, she's like, I'm out.
Hold on,
She
1,
just
2,
takes off-
3, 4.
She's done.
We're halfway there, bro.
Yeah. She just takes off her headphones and leaves.
It's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I thought when he said 8 or 9, I thought he meant at least 100 or 1,000. 8 or
I
9,000
just sold a
followers.
Shelby F-150 last summer to a guy who's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
It's a $120,000 truck.
And how many viewers does he have?
Over $1 million.
He really?
Yeah, one per $1,000 of this truck.
That's what we're shooting for.
He lives in Richfield.
So whose toes
Oh
are
my
we
God.
showing pulling through peanut butter if we're trying to get
That's
that
OnlyFans.
far?
It's not
It's like, I
YouTube.
swear to God, like, if you really want to get to that many followers, like, you gotta squeeze some shit through your toes.
I mean, I think this will take off, especially with these last 3 episodes.
I mean, like, I've
Over the
been,
last few
I've been a
months,
part
we've
of
really been
two. I've been a
punching
part of 2 of them, so they gotta be great.
Yeah,
I
the last-
watched. Okay, so the YouTuber that I sold the truck to, right? He literally just fucking talks
Yeah.
about stuff like sports and this and that and this and
So
things
we gotta get
and
a sports
things.
ball.
Just by himself?
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only
Well,
just
we
him.
got
but
4
like,
of us right now,
he-
so we gotta be doing better.
We should be
He
making at
pulls in-
least 400 grand.
he pulls in
Right.
over $1
Okay,
million
so
dollars
100,
a year
100,
being fucking
100,
YouTuber.
and
What a joke.
25.
And I'm
What
like,
a joke, as we're literally trying to do the same thing. What a fucking joke, but seriously,
Fuck
YouTube,
this
reach out.
guy.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know what these clowns are talking about, but I am definitely...
Right down there. Right down below.
If you
I
have
have my bank account
suggestions on
hooked
how
up
I can
to-
get rich and buy truck parts by talking on the internet, you let me know, and I will show my toes with peanut butter in them. Or
subscribe
grape
to this
jello.
Page. Subscribe to subscribe.
I still
Lime,
have...
lime jello, grape jello, I don't fucking care, man.
I still have my bank account hooked up to YouTube from a long time ago. About 12 years ago, I took a blow dart through the hand, and it went viral. And
I saw that.
I did get a little bit of royalties on that, but not enough, so I need to bring that back. You can find that blow dart.
How
on
many
the
F words can I drop
Allblend.com.
before they don't get paid me any money?
Yeah. I just heard something that you can't... they don't want you swearing in, like, the first few minutes, but afterwards it's good.
Okay, so 3 to 4
Yeah, we're
minutes,
we're
we
probably-
can't swear, and then we're good.
Probably good.
That's fucking dumb.
Do you want to say the F word? I freaking dare you.
I freaking dare you to swear with the F word.
You gosh darn ding dong you!
Hey,
How,
hey,
how,
hey.
how many views did the dart in your hand get?
Like 20 grand, 20,000.
Okay, and
That's
how much
really-
money did
that's
they
it?
give you?
Not a lot, a couple $100.
What's it-
Way back in the day.
Big question. Was
20
that after the night at Kames? When did that
No.
happen?
No, that was like 2000. Oh shit, 5.
Okay, so games could have been alive back then.
Yeah, but I didn't start playing music out in public until like 2007.
Okay,
So that was-
so
that
I
was
started
before.
bartending. I don't remember when, but I correlated to you
With the
playing
blow dart?
music
Yeah.
and us drinking Jameson by the bottle.
We did that a lot.
We did, and I'm like,
And-
hey man, when did we start really with the Monday Night Music therapy?
When we talked about like sponsorships in previous episodes and all that, honestly, the games days, I could have easily been pushing probably MGD, Jameson, and then while Joel was involved, Joel Harris,
Yeah.
the 44 North
Oh,
vodka.
fuck yeah.
Jesus.
44. PaulBland.com.
Yeah, he had PaulBland.com shots.
Yeah,
it was
fucking.
just,
It was
it was just that
44
limited.
lemonade, right?
Yeah,
Jesus
so
Christ.
so fucking good.
Okay, so the funny thing is, at my grown-up job yesterday, I wore a
You were-
game shirt.
I was drinking all day, says James.
No, I wore my game shirt from Nick Schmidt that said, "Smile and enjoy your job. The person's probably a fuck."
There you go.
And that's what I wore yesterday at work because I wasn't gonna do anything.
And that's
And-
episode 8.
So we're not gonna know what I do for
Yeah.
like a real job, but like I was there and that's what I wore. I have a couple game shirts in my closet right now, and like I look back on it and I think to myself, the time at games was probably one of the best times of my life,
It was a
which
crazy
is
time.
fucked up because like that's pretty low standard.
Yeah.
But
What a great
I
spot,
had
though.
a fucking blast, man. Like you playing music.
Yeah.
The meat wranglers out there, right?
Meat wranglers.
All of us fucking shooting Jameson.
Jeff Krieger and Andy Dickman. The finest meat wranglers in all the land.
Oh my god, they were solid meat
my
wranglers.
I just broke
bell, ring my bell.
It was
Anyway,
ridiculous. Like you singing
was
about,
crazy.
You singing about Angelina Jolie.
yeah.
Like she was hot. That was like her time.
Yeah.
Wanted. And you're like,
Early
oh my god,
2000s.
like she's legit.
Dude, I forgot about some of my own songs.
Shaggy.
Like, for real.
Fucking Shaggy,
When-
bro.
yeah.
Like, I can't believe you got Shaggy to fucking play on your
Yeah.
fucking track for you.
Shag Dizzle.
Shag did.
I honestly
Say
don't
it wasn't you.
understand
Say it wasn't you.
how we never met while you were at games.
I know, that's the crazy thing. Like, she partied with Emily Balistreri back then, who bartended at Brazen Head,
Yeah.
right? We all partied because she was not her, but Emily was chasing
'Cause she
Paul
was
Brownlee.
chasing- Okay.
Like, that was all.
Who
that-
wasn't?
Like, I mean, like, he was a sexy fuck with
Yeah.
his hair. He's like,
We would go to games and drink tequila rose.
Oh wait,
on
no, I
ice.
was thinking of Dan, but I know Paul too.
oh, yeah, you're right. Dan Brownlee, not Paul Brownlee.
Yeah.
I
Same.
played soccer with Paul Brownlee. Dan Brownlee was the manager.
Also a handsome guy.
Both
I'm not
of them
ashamed to say.
solid looking dudes, man. Like,
We were at games multiple times during the week.
I don't know how the fuck we never met back then.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro, you're just wasted 18-year fucking whiskey on your way.
Slurp it up, Jared. Jared's got it. Hold still.
I'm not in. I don't do that anymore.
But he doesn't do it any less.
Yeah, it was just kind of crazy that like her and I both partied in the same spot, but like we never
Spots,
partied together.
Brazen Head and games.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is pretty crazy. Isn't it weird? Like, it is like small world shit sometimes.
It is, and like so I was talking about Joe the Greek. You remember Joe?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I started bartending with him on Thursday nights, and the shit Joe the Greek would say, and now dude works for Children's Hospital. And like I don't want to drag him into it any further because I don't want him to lose his job because I love fucking Joe. But like the shit he would say was fucking ridiculous.
Lots of felony stuff, lots of
And then
robbing banks, fucking
no,
stealing,
none of that bad shit. But then
beating up
like
women.
a couple years down the road, his fucking nephew or cousin or where the fuck Nick was showed up on the scene. Like the market that was West Bend and
Yeah.
the OGs that we had and that we used to party with was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
it was pretty. I remember some crazy times that were like in the moment they didn't even seem that crazy, but thinking back were really crazy.
yeah.
I remember like this is a little bit controversial, but it was all fun and games, and I promise you it was fun and games. When I got to know Vaughn,
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know Vaughn.
Rest
I
in
remember-
peace.
Much love. He
And,
shares
like-
a birthday with my dad.
okay, and so like I liked him, but we always joked around like it was like racist stuff, you know what I mean? But like together, like
But that's how he was, though.
He'd make fun of me, I'd make fun of
Yeah.
him, and it was always fun. One time, it might have been you at the bar. I don't know. It might have been Joel. Somebody said that he was coming, and I literally put up a fucking sign because I was pretty comfortable at games too. All right.
Weird. Like, I don't know how that happened.
I'm saying at this time, I put up a sign, just a generic piece of paper. I fucking wrote whites only, and I hung it. Listen, I hung it on the fucking door at games. All right, because in that time, what was that?
Early 20s.
10?
Like early, like
Maybe 2009,
207.
Yeah, 208. Yeah, 2008. I put that up
Maybe.
only for him. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to proudly display this. It was not
But
that.
it's for Vaughn.
It was a fucking over-the-top joke just for Vaughn, but I might have hung it up a little bit early. And I kept it there because at that time it was just like all fun and games. I kept it up there till he got there, and he's like, what the fuck is that shit?
But that was, what's her name? Amy? Amy was that chick that he used to date back then, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Heavy
bigger
set
girl.
white chick,
Yeah.
blonde hair. I swear it was Amy.
Yeah, it's Amy.
Did she work there?
It sounds
Like,
like
did
he
she-
knows exactly.
No, I don't know.
I don't remember if she worked there
I
or
don't know if
not,
she
but like,
worked
I
there.
remember, like,
we called her Heavy Set Amy.
like it's stereotype, man. Like,
Just saying.
black dude dating a thick white chick, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stereotype,
Typical,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Vaughn, this
But-
is like the blackest you've ever been.
But then he's like, also, I'm a wine sommelier. I'm like, what the
Like,
fuck do you mean right now?
the fact
Like,
that you can even
you date
pronounce
you
sommelier
date a thick
means-
white chick, but like, you can't be a wine sommelier just because you date a white chick. You're like,
I always thought he had white parents, and he hated it when I would bring that up, because he didn't.
oh, Big Perm. Wasn't his dad Big Perm? Oh,
The
man.
whites only sign, though. I think I had a picture of that somewhere. I'm like, well, that'll keep me from running for president someday.
Oh my god.
Somebody's gonna bring that up, especially now they're
There's
bringing
so
it
much
up
shit
again
from
now.
back then, man. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, man. Like, if this ever gets out, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm never running for office. I really don't give a shit. I'm not like ashamed of anything I did.
Right.
You know, like it was all friends. It was all fun and games, and we were all friends. right?
Literally, no pun intended.
And like Vaughn, like I would drive that dude home, drop him off. And Big Worm, right? His dad's name was Big Worm, right?
His dad's name?
I swear to God, it was Big Worm, man.
He was a white guy?
No, black dude, black dude. I swear to God.
Big
It was
Worm,
fucking
Big Perm.
ridiculous, man. But Vaughn was fucking something else, man.
Yeah.
I always loved that dude. And like he would fuck with you, be like, "Hey, man, like this ain't right," and I'm like, but you started this stereotype,
Yeah.
man. Like I just fucking went with it, bro.
Yeah, like you said, it was all fun and games. Plus, back then, dude, that's so long ago now, everybody was like way cooler about it.
Oh,
you know?
man,
You
it
could
was-
joke around, know that there was no hate involved, it was all just
No.
fun.
It was all love, man.
And nowadays, the only place you can operate with whites only is a laundromat.
The dudes.
My dude. I don't know where it is. No, that's just clapping.
There you go. It's like a fucking stadium clap right there,
Yeah.
dude. So
We were looking for like the rim shot, like the.
What- was it the first or second time we went down to visit my dad in Florida?
Second time.
So we ran into Joel Harris.
He's still down there, ain't he?
No,
he was-
we went to visit Joel. For
Well,
my
we went to
birthday one
visit
year.
Joel in Naples, but like, also like I saw Vaughn on Facebook hanging out in the villages. I'm like, hey, bro, like, isn't that for like rich white people? He's like, yeah, man, I'm fucking bartending there, bro. It's great. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, man, like I just fucking bartend there. Like, I pour drinks for these rich white people. It's great. Like, I just hang out and swim. Like, wait a minute, hold on, man.
You can
Like,
swim.
I don't want to sound racist. Like, black people swim, bro. He's like, yeah, bro. Like, I just swim every day.
This is Wade.
Yeah.
And
In the
like,
shower,
yeah.
I pour drinks.
He's walking
and
like
then
this.
we go out. And it was nuts, man. Like, Vaughn was like all about it, and I'm like, hey, man, that's fucking cool. But it was awesome because like we go down and hang out with my dad. And, like, you've met my dad,
Yeah.
fucking 30 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
And we've known each other a
And we're
long
like,
time.
I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, oh man, like, so I play golf for like a day and I'm bored in the villages. And they're like, oh fuck, Vaughn's here? Let's go fucking party, man.
Yeah.
Well, and
And
Joel
then-
drove up from
And
Naples.
then Joel drove up from Naples. So we have Vaughn, me,
Joel
and
Harris.
Joel in the Naples.
Just randomly in Florida.
In the villages with a bunch of fucking old people. And then my wife driving us.
Oh.
I
Maybe.
drove.
I don't know. Fuck if I remember.
I don't remember if I did.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
drove.
we got an Uber. Maybe whatever.
We got an Uber. We got an Uber.
Fuck if I remember. But like,
We're being responsible.
it was awesome. Like, we
Always.
partied.
Like we
and
always do on
dancing
this
with all
podcast.
these old people.
Be
and-
safe.
Uber, everybody, Uber.
Uber. And this is at the height of COVID, right? Like, nobody can, like, go out and not have a good time because you're gonna spread the disease.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna get into
If you believed in it.
100%. Believe
There,
you're
I
gonna
said
get
it.
into that, right? So like here we are partying, and all these old people are dancing and having a good time in the villages. I'm like, hey man, like I work in healthcare, and like all these old people
Aren't
don't
wearing
give
masks.
a fuck about COVID. I'm like, fuck it, let's party.
Yeah.
That was
then
probably the place to be.
Oh, fucking the villages was legit, man.
We
Like,
had so much
if
fun
you
that
want
night.
They're
syphilis,
like,
it's
we
there.
don't stop. We're going to celebrate.
You're catching everything but COVID there.
Don't-
Fuck yes.
Catching everything but COVID there.
So we went out and we partied.
Did you say butt COVID? What's that? I didn't hear about that one.
There was butt COVID.
That's not a new fucking strand or whatever,
It
right?
might be. It might be.
Butt COVID?
There's 2 strands.
How do you get it?
Yep. It's from Malaysia.
That's for
Taking it,
episode
like,
9.
giving it.
That's for episode 9.
He's like, let me show you.
So
Hopefully it's not from wearing 2 types of shirts.
Fucking take it and give it, take it and give it. It was a good time, man. Like,
But COVID, yeah.
Crazy times. Partying, height of COVID.
in the villages with old
the
people
villages.
that didn't give a fuck.
We're like,
man.
without COVID, there's enough diseases going around there to fucking take any one of you young whippersnappers out.
But all the old people didn't give a shit, man. They were just partying and living their life. They're listening to trombone and fucking.
We were dancing.
Trumpet. They were dancing, having a good time, man. Like
Dancing
like,
to the
holy
trombone?
shit, man.
How do you dance to the
I
trombone?
was like, it
The
just
horn, man. It's like ska music, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
for old people.
Oh, I
it's fucking
suppose.
crazy.
What, Mighty Boss Tones?
I have the video. I have the video on my phone.
all your life, well, don't shine.
It was fucking nuts partying with these old people, man. Like they're just all having a good time, man. Like, they didn't give a shit, man. So we went out and partied and lived
He's playing the
life.
trumpet.
It was good.
Damn,
It was a good trip.
that sounds like a good trip. Does
I don't
Beer
know.
Fit do
What's
any? Does Beer Fit do any adventures to the villages?
I mean, we
We
can
can
arrange
put it
it.
together.
He's like, yeah, for $400.
For
All inclusive.
$1,000, I will show you properties that are available for retirement if you are 55 or older.
I'm
actually
getting
have-
there.
I have no idea how actually old you have to be to go to the villages, but I think it's 55.
I think it's
plus.
55.
I
Yeah.
could pass for 55, I think.
Fucking
A-
A, especially after
a
we've been
young
drinking for a
55?
couple days.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
If you golf, 'cause,
after
like,
drinking.
if you're going to the villages, you have to golf. You have to maybe shoot some pool.
You have to have a
They
drinking
call it
problem.
billiards out
Now
there.
that I can
If
do.
you tell them that like you're gonna shoot some pool, they're like, no, we shoot billiards.
Oh yeah, it's billiards.
I
It's
talked to
not
my
a
dad,
screen
and I'm
porch.
like-
It's a lanai.
And you definitely got to play some pickleball.
Oh fuck.
Pickleball, yes.
It's ridiculous.
I don't think you could pass for 55. Your hair is just way too colored.
I diet.
I don't know. He's got the gray, man.
Well-
He's got the gray.
It's going in the burns.
Yeah, he's got
Mr.
the gray
Burns.
on the sides, but in the front.
I
But
say they're platinum blonde, but to each their own.
Blonde, silver.
Hey, what's Tasha say?
She just says they're gray.
she calls you granddaddy.
As long as she loves them, that's all that
Yeah.
matters, bro.
Oh, granddaddy.
I actually just got a haircut recently, or not like before Christmas. I was
Really?
letting it grow out really long. It was fucking ridiculous. I could probably bring up a picture. You wouldn't even believe it. It was actually, I didn't even realize it was as long as it was, and it looked pretty fucking rough. And like I just kind of like always like put it aside or whatever and didn't think much about it. And then after I got it cut and I saw pictures, I was like, holy shit, that's what I look like going into places. I work in like fucking schools and shit. They were probably like, do we need to call the police? Is this guy safe here? Is it good? Like it's weird what a haircut can do. So much more respectable with a haircut.
Right, you're like, oh, yeah, I trimmed up. I'm so fresh and so clean. Like goddamn Outcast said.
Yeah.
So fresh. So...
Like goddamn outcast, he says.
Goddamn.
Bombs over, baby.
Well, shit.
I'm glad you caught that. No,
What's that?
your haircut.
Oh yeah. You glad I caught my haircut?
I'm glad you caught that.
You guys look pretty fresh and clean, man.
It's a beer fit.
Like, those beer fit shirts.
Shirts, man.
Maybe next time I'll work on getting a next size up for you.
Yeah, well, one maybe one.
Either
size
that or I need to wear a
minimum.
girdle next time I slip on one of these.
Minimum.
That's the house band. Hey,
Tambourine
Mr.
man.
Tambourine man.
Tambourine man.
He's all,
We're just like, what the fuck?
He's all
you
like,
want,
"Wait,
bro?"
don't make fun of me.
Oh,
Dogs-
they're just scratching my neck, man.
dogs are like that, aren't they? Like I don't make fun of Mr. Beans, but when I do like acknowledge him in like a funny way
like-
like that, he
he's
kind of
like,
looks at me like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? I
Yeah.
thought we were buds."
Reef's the same way. I'm like, I'll say something to him. He's like,
Thought we
he
were-
puts his ears back and he's
Yeah,
like weird
thought we
look in
were
his
cool.
eyes, and I was like, I'm
Like,
not
oh,
just picking
I know,
anybody.
I know who I'm eating first. If shit goes
Right.
goes down.
Fucking matter. I'm gonna live longer. Oh wait. I'm more marvelized. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm getting eaten
Hey,
first.
Paul, tell him what your wife does to Mr. Beans.
What?
Whoa.
Which
what?
part?
Hey,
Oh, the books.
is
The
this
books.
something she should cover her ears for,
No,
or
no,
should
no.
she
No,
listen
so
out?
so
Earmuffs?
Tasha doesn't know it. Tasha doesn't know it yet, but like she's been doing. She's a kindergarten teacher. If
Yeah.
you didn't know that, and
She doesn't know.
I-
She doesn't
really?
know it yet, but she's a
She-
kindergarten teacher.
no, she knows that part. But
Yeah.
she does like there's a program or whatever that teachers use to like communicate with like the parents and the kids or whatever. It's called Seesaw. Anybody hear of that? No.
No.
Seesaw.
Yeah, Seesaw. And she does a thing on there just for her students called Books with Beans, and she literally reads like a children's book to Mr. Beans like while he's sitting on the couch or whatever. And she's filmed a bunch of them, and some of them are really funny because Mr. Beans is a character. Like I mean, the way he sits, the way he acts,
I've seen him.
he does crazy shit, and like when she films him, he doesn't disappoint. Like there's been some where he's like just pretty like mellow, but sometimes he's like just weird and like looks at her weird and like does funny
Tilting
shit.
his head.
Sitting funny, like all slouched over with his paws out,
Like
all
Max.
creeping. And she's been recording them, and like I saw a couple of them, but I didn't know that she was actually doing it like a lot. And I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I have equipment to fucking record this shit, and like don't just do it to your students." I mean, I know that she's doing it like because she doesn't care about like the monetizing it.
Right.
But,
Like she ain't
in
trying
this-
to make money. She's like, she's
in this
like,
day and age, though, I'm like,
Hey,
if you're
hey.
already doing it, I was like, let's
hey,
at least
let's
record
make
it.
money.
Let's at
Like,
least
look,
record
if
it with
you're
like.
gonna squeeze lime jello through your toes, right? Let's make money squeezing lime jello
What
through your
if
toes.
I said, what if you read those children's books while you're in a bikini in a lime jello pool? No, but just keeping it totally safe for kids and whatever.
Right.
And I was like, we gotta just like post these. If you're already making them, let's do it like a better quality and
Yeah.
put them on
Hell
YouTube.
yeah.
Because I was like, you know how many like parents will just put that shit on? I was like, you don't even have to do it all the time. You could just record like a couple hours worth. You know what I mean?
Read
And,
a
like,
couple chapters, the
yeah,
next
and, like,
episode,
and
and
people-
the next couple chapters.
Unfortunately, but also fortunately for something like that, people put that kind of stuff on for their kids, and it's like a wholesome thing.
To let them run.
So I was like, let it just play. I'm like, you'll probably get paid to read books that someone else wrote.
To the dog.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
And they're funny and kids
what
will
did
love
our
it.
parents do for us?
yeah.
Like, hey, go down to the park. Try not to get like sucked into that van.
Dude,
with
when
the
we lived,
candy.
when you guys, what road did you guys live on when
We
we
lived on Michigan.
But it was like behind. So like way back in the day, I mean, we had to be
Like we grew up less than a block apart.
yeah,
right?
we had to be in like 8. I mean, my dad passed when I was 9, and
Okay,
that was
so-
before.
So
like,
so the road that I grew up on was Michigan, right?
Right over there.
And
That's where you live with your
So
mom.
just so you heard it for my password, if you're gonna try to hack my shit, I grew up on Michigan.
Yep.
And Paul.
And what was your mother's maiden name again? Just to remind me.
Go fuck yourself. So
And not
Paul,
that it matters, but the last 4 of your social, what?
6969.
I thought.
So Paul and my little brother went to school together.
Yeah.
Like that's how we know each other. Like we would
40
we would-
years. 30 years.
When did you guys start at Good Shepherd?
A kindergarten.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so my little brother and Paul started in kindergarten.
Yeah,
Like
30
that's how long we've known each other.
Known you for 35 plus
it's fucking
years.
crazy. Like the arc that we've gone through.
Yeah,
How we
lived-
come back.
We lived on
partying.
We lived on Indiana Avenue in West Bend, and our parking lot of like the apartments that we lived on had like this little like dirt path that connected to apparently your road, Michigan.
The end of my end
Yeah,
of
so,
my
like,
dead end from
that's why my
Michigan.
parents were always cool about me going over there because I didn't have to cross any streets. I
Right,
could literally
like, you
ride
just-
to the corner of our parking lot and then
You
sneak
like
through
go
like the
up
bushes.
this dead end and you're like,
And then-
oh, hey,
and
like
just-
I'm at the end of the dead end. Like, I just remember trading your brother for like Wade Boggs fucking rookie
Yeah.
card and shit.
Yeah.
'Cause, like that's my shit back then.
Like,
Wade
when-
Boggs.
Terrible trades.
when we were coming
I'm
here,
like, I didn't fucking know, man.
when we were cruising here today, I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm like, I've known Jeremy for a really long time, but I was like, the game stuff is more like recent. I I was like, yeah, I really have. I've known those guys since I was like a little kid.
Man.
Little
it's
kid.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys knew at each other.
Yeah, like him and my brother went to like grade school together. So I'm 2 years ahead of you. We partied. Like I remember your brother Bob. Like I remember trading baseball cards for him and shit.
Yeah.
Like whatever else, riding bikes, making janky ass bike ramps and
Yeah.
shit.
On
Like
the
how
dead-
the fuck none of us ended up with
on
like
your
a
dead-end street.
handlebar impaled into our fucking appendix and shit. Which I think is on this side. I probably should know based on my skills. Like my liver is over here.
I had my
Whatever.
appendix taken out a couple years ago.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, I mean, I didn't have it taken out. I shouldn't say it like that.
Them fuckers.
I was having appendicitis.
They're like, hey, your appendix is fucked.
And they
We're gonna
took it
take
out.
But
I wasn't like, hey, nothing's going on right now, but I was thinking of having my appendix removed.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really don't like
I
this
need
anymore. Like,
something
I
to
want to
do.
lose a little bit of weight. I gotta maintain weight for work.
Yeah.
Can you take my appendix out so I can drop like 6 pounds?
That was a pretty brutal scenario. I was like really fucking struggling there with that.
Is that how much
Your
an
appendix?
appendix
Yeah.
weighs?
Oh shit, man, I don't even remember.
6 pounds?
Fuck if I remember. I'm making shit up, man.
I think my uterus was like 6 or 7 pounds, and I was like, yes.
Quit bragging. What do you mean was? Is it heavier now?
No, it's out.
Oh, congratulations.
Gone.
She had it ripped out. Turns out I can F her as much as I want. She can't get pregnant.
You're
F
fixed.
her.
Do we do high five? No, sorry.
Hi.
High five over the top. No, he's high fiving me, not you.
No, everybody.
Everybody.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're all taking loads.
All right.
And that's
That
episode
escalated
8.
quickly, but I'm in. Turns out I'm still winning in this endeavor.
I'm glad this Jameson was good. Thank you. Were we all paying attention to the fact that we were just sipping a delicious glass
We're
of
gonna thank
18-year
Uncle
Jameson?
Mark. We're gonna thank
Uncle Mark, yep. That was a wedding.
Uncle
present.
Mark.
He gave it to us.
To Uncle Mark. May his soul rest in peace.
He's alive, but yeah, let's.
Who the fuck's Uncle Mark?
Uncle Mark is a guy that we met at Camp One Step. So the cancer camp that we both volunteer at. His nephew was a camper, I think, right? And then John, and then everybody's kind of called him Uncle Mark, and Jeremy met him, and then I met him, and now he's just Uncle Mark.
He was actually in Iceland for
Does
a
he
wedding.
inappropriately?
Unlike the rest of you fuckers
Is that why
that
you call
didn't
him
show
Uncle
up.
Mark?
Oh wait, we didn't tell you.
We did. You weren't invited.
Iceland.
I'm pretty sure that's not wrestling, Uncle Mark.
Like I like to give everybody shit. Like, hey man, Uncle Mark showed up for my wedding, but none of you did. They're like, but you didn't tell us. I'm like, I know.
You guys got
but
married in Iceland?
Yes.
Nice work.
Same day we
Ice
got engaged. We got married.
Sounds like you want to tell the story.
Nah,
So
that's pretty
let's
much
make it
it,
into
man.
it.
Like,
Oh.
I'm like, hey,
Oh, that was it.
so you want to get married? And she's like, you mean like right now? And I'm like,
You're like, so what do you
Like,
think
I'm-
about
like,
being
I'm-
with me for the rest of your life?
I'm like, hey, so
He's like, it's cold here. You want to get married?
I'm like, hey, we
And
can
now it's
cuddle. We
cold.
can cuddle the rest of the night, or we can
There you
not.
Well,
What,
we
what
were
do you
like-
want to do?
your choice.
We were at the Blue Lagoon and getting pelted on by
Come.
grapple.
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 It's like a fucking basically
Come.
No, it's like
Icelandic
sleet.
cum.
It's like sleet, but
but like
thicker.
frozen cum.
Why don't you just call it sleep?
I'm familiar.
Grapple.
A bit salty, yes. I'm familiar.
It was more like volcanic than salty.
Oh. Sulfuric.
Sulfuric. Yes.
Sulfuric cum.
So you're saying he came like a volcano. Mount St. Helens.
I'm looking at him, I believe it.
Dang,
Both
did
smoke rings and everything.
you say small brains and everything?
Small
Smoke.
brains. Small brains.
Small brains and everything.
You're cut off.
Smoke rings. Jeremy.
That's why you're my boy, Blue.
That's pretty cool though. And where were you guys? Geographically, what kind of location in Iceland?
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik. It's the
How
capital
do
of
they say
Iceland. Reykjavik.
Reykjavik. Yeah.
How big is the capital?
I still roll the tongue as I can.
She can't.
I can.
I mean, you can roll your tongue all you want and I can't complain.
What's the scenery like? Like, paint the picture for me.
Volcano-y?
Volcano-y.
Glaciers?
Warm?
Sounds hot.
Cold. We were there in
Cold.
May.
Okay, so
And it
inactive
was.
volcanoes.
We were in winter gear most of the time, and it would like rain, snow, sleet, sun, rain, snow, sleet, sun, rain, 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 sun,
Hey,
sleet,
if you
snow.
don't like the
Wisconsin and-
if you
Sounds
don't
like
like
a
the weather in
Nintendo
Iceland,
code.
wait 10 minutes. It'll change.
It'll change.
Don't
And
they
it'll
say
go
that
from
about Florida?
sleet to snow to sunny to sleet to snow to sunny.
I would-
Don't they say that in Florida too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes. I
Minus
would like
the
to go
sleet.
back to Iceland in like July because it was pretty brown when we were there in May. I would like to go back in July.
Really?
Everything's
Black people
green.
go to Iceland?
She doesn't like. She doesn't like the
I'm
brown
sorry, that
side
was
of
that was a Vaughn joke.
The
R.I.P. Vaughn.
the landscape was rather brown.
It's okay. I know. It's okay. I'm cool.
Rest-
It was pretty
rest-
brown when we were there. I'd like
Rest
to go
in
back
peace, Vaughn.
another time.
Rest in peace, Vaughn. The landscape was brown.
Okay.
I would love to go back again. We did a good half of the country driving around, but I would love to rent like a camper van and just cruise the entire circle.
Iceland's a pretty cool country.
Yeah.
You can get there really cheap. I think we paid $350 round trip out of Chicago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was stupid cheap, but then you pay $14 for a fucking pint of beer,
I heard it's very expensive there.
or
for everything.
$20 for a fucking
Just
roller
like
dog.
just drinks and
A roller
food
dog.
were
A
expensive.
fucking
Like an
roller
actual-
dog. Like
like
you
a
go to a
hot
quick
dog.
trip and get a goddamn
You can't-
roller
yeah.
dog. In Iceland, it's fucking $20 for mayo and ketchup on a roller
But
dog.
to be fair,
to be fair.
it was like a roller dog like this big.
Yeah.
Ah, the
Okay.
old
So
foot and a halfer.
that's just going out to eat though. Is it cheaper? Obviously cheaper to.
Yeah, if you were to go to the grocery store and like buy groceries, it's still gonna be more expensive than what it is here because it's an island, everything's imported. But yeah,
Also,
going
you eat horse and not cow.
and you eat
turns out
puffin.
horse
You eat
is
puffin
good.
instead of chicken. Sorry,
was
puffins.
it horse dogs?
No, horse.
Oh, like horse, like a fucking horse, man.
Like we had
we had a horse steak.
horse
it was delicious.
fillets.
What
It was
kind of
delicious.
horse?
With a béarnaise sauce.
It was actually quite delicious.
I don't know.
No, no.
Majestic
not a
one
fast
with
one.
like a mane. I don't know.
It was, it was an Icelandic horse.
Like, it's
Sounds
Icelandic.
delicious.
They're
It was
big.
brown. Probably was brown to begin with. I don't fucking know.
Probably.
Oh, it was delicious. I don't know.
But it was good. I mean, it tastes a
If
lot
it
like
wasn't around July, it probably was.
it tastes a lot like steak. It's just not quite as marbled as what
Yeah,
a cow
I
would
would
be.
say like
But
eating
very
eating
tender
horse in
and
Iceland is like
Flavor was good.
It's probably a bit like venison.
They
Yeah,
can't have cows
totally.
there or what?
they just don't thrive as well.
Yeah, the
From
atmosphere
From
is-
our understanding, I'm not a fucking expert.
You're not a geologist.
I'm not a geologist.
Or
but I'll take a
Icelandic.
look. Or Icelandic. But they just don't thrive as well. It's like they raise horses for
Because they can bear like
Steaks.
the temperatures better than what a cow can.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know,
man, like,
that would be my
all I
assumption.
know is goddamn horse was delicious with the béarnaise sauce. I would eat it again with puffin and shark.
All you gotta do, I mean, Jared knows this, right? Like, if it's a leaner meat, which I'm sure it is, all you gotta do is
marinate it and slow cook it.
Yeah, slow cook it.
Goddamn sous vide, man.
Look at medium rare.
You cook that shit in a
What's
sous vide
what's that
for
saying?
6 hours.
The leaner the meat, the longer the heat, or something like
Fuck
that.
yeah, bro.
I might have just made that
Like,
up.
we're gonna throw that shit in the sous vide.
The
we're gonna
angle
let it
to my
roast for
dangle.
6 hours. We're gonna let it roast for 6
Relative
hours.
to the-
We're gonna pull it out.
It's directly
we're gonna slap that
proportionate.
shit down, sear it on both sides, and be like, bam,
Bam.
bam.
He could have his own
delicious.
cooking show.
Yeah.
Welcome back
if
to-
Jan can cook, you can cook.
Welcome
Remember
back
that
to-
shit from back in the day?
Welcome back to Horse Steak. Today hey, what's up? I'm Jeremy Krieger. Today we're cooking horse steaks from Iceland.
With béarnaise sauce. With
Icelandic.
béarnaise.
And some sauteed mushrooms.
We are making Icelandic horse steaks. Please
best-
join us.
The best part is we're
I'm not
walking
sure if
on the
that's the
street
right
in Iceland
accent,
in
but-
Reykjavik. We're like, hey man, like why the fuck is everything closing, man? They're like, what the fuck? Like I'm hungry, but like everything's closing. You're like, oh, because it's fucking 10 o'clock
10:30
at
at night and it's daylight
because
outside.
it's daylight out
Oh,
yet.
that's right.
You're like, hey, we should probably go get a steak real quick. And then we're like, oh hey,
You're
like,
like, hey, where's the American guy to go get an Icelandic horse steak?
and then we're like, hey man, like hey, we have this delicious horse steak, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's a horse or a rabbit or a rat. I don't give a shit, man. If it's good and you got a good sauce on it, I'll eat this shit.
When you go to these, when you guys go to these different countries and stuff,
houses.
do they? I know that you're probably not going in like some of the most mainstream places, but like, do they have like your common fast food joints like McDonald's and stuff?
Yeah, there's McDonald's usually in
Do,
every country.
do the McDonald's that you guys might come across like that? Do they ever have like exotic meats?
never step foot in McDonald's outside of the country.
I suppose
I
not,
mean,
but I'm saying like
so-
I've heard stories about that, like where you could like go, you could be in like a different country and go to McDonald's and they'll serve like a fucking like elk
Falafel.
burger.
Fuck
Or,
man,
you know what I mean?
I'm in
Iguana.
for some elf falafel shit, man.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
I
we've been in
suppose you guys
Europe.
don't go there.
I've seen McDonald's in Europe. We never went to it. Like
Horse
man,
nuggets.
Horse nuggets.
Horse nuggets are they're not what you think
Horse
they
nuggets
are.
are like this fucking
Yeah.
big, bro.
Horse
No.
nuggets are not what you they're a little different there. Horse nuggets are exactly what you think they are.
But yeah, I mean, there's fast food
They're
chains.
horse
We just don't visit them because we're not there to eat chain
Nah,
restaurants.
I would
I
much
suppose
rather
that
eat.
was a pretty fat guy question, wasn't it?
I'm like, hey,
Should we get McDonald's here?
Can I get a Royale with
Can I
cheese?
still get a Happy Meal?
I want a Royale with cheese, extra bacon.
Going nice, man. How's your Taco Bell?
I mean, there's like Taco Bells and stuff, right? McDonald's.
Hey, so the funny thing is, last time we were in Costa Rica, we saw Taco Bell. I'm like, can I get Doritos Locos?
Oh, so we were,
Yeah,
we were
right?
on our way back to the
But we
airport.
also got stuck in traffic while there was
A bike race.
a bike race. Like a fucking
pedal-
tour
like a
to
pedal
Costa
bike.
Rica, man. Like it's a tour to Costa Rica. Like, so we're on
Like
the,
behind him beeping.
No, they were going the opposite
Like, hey, man,
direction.
we're trying to get to the fucking airport, right? We're 3 miles from the airport, tops. I can see the fucking airfield from the bus we're on. And I'm like, all we gotta do is get here.
Yeah.
And, like, our flight is pretty good. Like, I'm not too worried about our flight. But because I planned this trip for 14 people, some of which aren't from our area,
Their
some
flight
of the
was an
people were flying out earlier than us. And I'm like, fuck my life. If these people get to their bus late, or if they get to their if they get to the airport late, because I planned for the bus to get us later,
Yeah.
fuck me, this is my fault. Like, I've never played this shit before. Like, I don't know what to do. And we're sitting there and we're watching guys in a fucking trek pedal this way. I don't know if it's really a trek, but
I'm sure they were.
That's the only mountain bike I know is a trek.
They're road
They're
bikes.
pedaling this way on road bikes, and I'm like, fuck, we're gonna get there late. We're gonna get there late. Fuck me. What do I do? How do I get them to their fucking airplane? Shit, oh my life. I don't know what to do. This is outside my realm, and I'm like, fuck. And then all of a sudden, like, a bunch of bikes cruise by. I'm like, yes, the bike race is done. Right?
Nope,
No.
segment 1 was done.
Segment 1
Oh
is done.
shit. So you're just waiting.
Now we're back. Like, we moved a block in our bus. I'm like, yes, we're going to the airport. We're good. And then all of a sudden the bikes stop, or the bus stops again, and there's more bikes. Like, there goes 1. There goes 2.
And then there goes 7. And then there was 3 more.
I'm like,
Oh,
hey,
shit.
fuckers, hurry up, draft that fucker. I gotta get these people to the airport. And the people that are with us were awesome. But they were starting to stress out. They're like, fuck, if we miss our flight, we're fucked. Like, how do we get back to Florida? And I'm like,
So their flights were different because they
They're-
booked them
they're-
at different times.
they
So
can't-
they live in Florida.
So we took 14 people to Costa Rica, 12 of which came with us from Milwaukee, 2
Okay.
of which came from Florida. All of us were flying out of Costa Rica back to Milwaukee at the same time, except for the 2 to Florida.
different
And,
flight.
and they were on a different flight an hour ahead of us. And I'm like, fuck my life.
Was there a way to?
We saw a
mitigate
dead
that?
body. We
Like-
saw a dead body on that trip.
we saw a logging truck tipped
Flipped
over.
over. Final destination. Logging truck flipped over.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, fuck my life. Somebody's trying to kill me. Like, we're never gonna, like, I'm never gonna be able to make another trip again. Because all this shit's gonna go wrong.
Was there a way that you could make sure that all the flights were? I mean, like, could you ever do that?
No.
No.
So, like, when I set this trip up, I booked 12 of us on the same airfare from Milwaukee to Costa Rica and back. All of us were on the same
Alright,
flight.
when you do that, and you don't need to give me details, but when you're doing that, are you paying for it? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
So I take a deposit from everybody.
Yeah.
And by the time I pay for everything at the end of the trip, before we fly down, like I take everybody's money, but like it's all on my credit card. So
Right.
if something goes wrong,
May I ask what credit card you're using? Do you have like any kind
I
of
use
like
the Chase Sapphire.
flight points and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was
So,
gonna
like-
say if not, get a gold card.
Oh, so that was the thing. Like this trip, I didn't charge anybody to plan the trip.
Okay.
I took 14 people to Costa Rica and down to Panama, myself and my wife included. So 12 plus the two of us.
Yeah.
I didn't charge anything. Like I planned everything, but I figured all the details, put it all on my credit card. I'm like, fuck, man. Like if this something goes sideways, it's on me.
Yeah.
But I also put $12,000 worth of credit card points.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say
my
about the
credit
points.
card. So like there's a benefit to it, and I'm trying to sort it out and make it a go. But if something goes sideways, like I'm still
Yeah, you still
responsible.
got the yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. Until everybody got to the airport. Once everybody got to the airport, they're like, "Hey, you're checked in."
Yeah, then your
Then
side of
I'm,
it's
then I'm
covered.
cleared. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey man, like you're checked in. If you don't get on the plane once you're checked in, that's your fucking problem, man.
That's good though too. That's where I was gonna go with that because like we have a gold card for like the company and like I don't even travel a lot, but like we get all kinds of perks like that. So right away I was thinking like, oh, if you guys aren't doing that, you ought to.
Yeah. So like that was the big thing with this trip is I didn't charge anybody anything for planning it, and like I had talked to everybody. I said, hey, you're my beta group. I'm trying to gain information. Like I want to figure out how to do this and make it fair to everybody, and still be able to make it worth my while for my effort.
Yeah.
So if I charge you 10%, so for example, $1,800 trip, I charge you $180. Would you pay that? And then everybody's like, hell yeah, man. Like to not worry about a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, like I still feel guilty about charging $180 to my friends.
Now, like I said before, though, when people actually want to do that, like if Jared wanted to travel outside of the country, I don't think that he'd want to like. He could, but I don't think he'd want to do like the legwork on being like planning stuff and like knowing where to go and all that shit.
No.
Figure out
So
hotels.
he'd
and
rather
shuttles.
if you're already gonna drop $1,800.
That's why I don't go anywhere.
I mean,
another-
you should come with us to Germany next year.
Another
man. It'd be
$200
cool, man.
on top of that, like a weekend. I mean, that would or like a long.
Yeah, for $200, you're like, oh hey, I don't have to worry about anything. You
Yeah.
already got it dialed in.
Yeah, you got it all figured out. I have zero patience for doing things on the internet, so I'm like, all right, cool, here's my money, take it.
Yeah. Take my money.
Like I appreciate that, but like at the same time, I still feel guilty about charging my friends
Yeah.
But don't.
for something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah. But like I said, that's cool.
12
But
of
again,
your friends said they didn't care.
Yeah.
if they're coming
And
to
all-
you, if they're coming to you to do it, it's like it's already like the nod. You know what I mean? Like,
Those 12 friends.
This is
is
don't feel
hey
bad.
man, like I'm like hey, so like 5% or like no, like 10%,
If
or
not more than
20%,
that, yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like,
And I think almost half the people that were on our first trip are going to come on the second trip.
no, I don't
Oh,
do that. Man.
Gahan, Shay, your mom, maybe.
Whatever. I mean, like the people that want to go to Germany, it's a different kind of trip. Like we're gonna go to Oktoberfest and we're gonna fucking party.
Do you? I don't know if you said this already. The Jameson and stuff is already starting to sink
well,
in.
you
But
know.
do you guys make it a point to hang out with the group the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the whole point. Like I tell people like I'm an adventure guy, man. Like I wanna take you on this trip and I wanna be there with you every step of the way. And like I wanna show you all the cool shit I wanna do. And if I enjoy it, that's cool because I can do it again next trip. If I don't enjoy it, like so we just did Costa Rica, Panama, and I kept telling them like you're my beta group. Like I'm gonna learn from you guys. Like I didn't charge you because this is my first time doing it. And if it fucking sucks, I'm gonna tweak it for next time, right?
Yeah.
But if it's cool, I'm gonna take another group and do exactly the same. So like, I didn't charge you. The next group we're gonna charge because next group I know that it's cool. And the guy that we had, Sugar Caesar in Panama, was like awesome. The bioluminescent tour, the snorkeling with
Everything we did with
starfish,
Sugar
everything
was
you did was amazing.
Awesome.
The fucking picnic on a beach with fresh pineapple soaked in rum. I mean, it was perfect for us. Like, coming from Wisconsin, like, hey, man, we like to party, man.
Soaked in rum.
Dude, dude was
Sure.
super cool.
I'll eat anything soaked in rum.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Now, what if a couple came along that wanted to have like some privacy too? Could they also opt for that?
oh
for a
yeah.
night?
So
Like still not like
We-
lose the
like-
group and like hang out. Still?
Well, we opted for downtime on
Like
our last
meet up?
trip. Like, you have this day to yourself, and there's people who like decided they didn't want to do activities, but they knew like it was built into the price, and they just
Yeah.
like, you know what, we're not up to, we don't feel good, or we just want some downtime.
Okay,
Because it was
cool.
we were go the entire
we
trip.
did have that
Yeah.
that plan built in, and they ate that cost. Now with this trip that we have going to Austria, well, we're gonna fly into Austria, and then pretty much everything else is Germany this
Well,
upcoming fall.
Huh?
Put another shrimp on the Barbie.
Austria, not Australia.
They'd be like, put another shrimp. I can't do a German accent.
So
Leave it, eat
so
shrimp
we
there.
go out there. Like I built.
Put another shrimp. That's like a Hitler.
People ask the questions.
Well, that's the question.
Put another shrimp on the Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. And bring me all the juice.
Now. So, with this trip coming up to Germany, like a big thing I learned was
15-minute buffer windows.
no
Buffet windows?
Buffer.
Oh,
Buffer windows.
buffer windows. Turns out when I tell you we should be here at this time, like we should be here at this time. Not everybody's on that page.
15-minute
No,
window.
the big thing is when we were in Costa Rica and Panama, like it was
Smart
go
idea.
go 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 go. With Germany, I built far more downtime and far more free time. So like, hey man, like you want to go hike, you want to go walk around the city, you can do all this shit and kind of build it yourself. And like I'll provide you with those details, like what's cool to do.
Yeah.
But we had so much shit in Costa Rica and Panama, like people were fucking tired, and I'm like, hey man, like I'm old and fat, and you can't keep up. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I learned that for the next.
Hold on,
trip.
you said that?
I said that.
You
You'd
said
be
you're old and fat.
I'm old and fat.
Hey, if you're old and fat, I should probably be in a coffin right now.
You'd be surprised, like how out of shape people actually
You might be
are.
slightly
Right.
older than me.
Even if they're like thinner than
Right, but
I
they're just not used to moving at that level
no,
constantly.
especially in like, I mean, you guys are doing like snowboarding and shit too, like in different countries.
Well, we had
and, I
your
mean,
mom and we had Uncle Mark, and your mom's mid
Mark.
60s and Uncle Mark's late 60s.
you were
Right. They're in their 60s. Like, you know, they're moving and they're grooving and like they're having a good time, but like I don't like to sit still.
Yeah.
Neither
So
of us
like
sit
some
still.
people need a little bit of downtime. So like when we built, so when I
At
started
the same
building,
time, I mean, even I mean, I'm a husky fella, and I wouldn't want to go somewhere epic and then like just sit. You know what I
No.
mean? Like I can do that at home. I do
Right.
that often.
so like when I started planning this trip to Germany this year, I look at it, I'm like, okay, look, man, like,
sit around. Do
so we're gonna go to Oktoberfest and we're gonna get into Munich and like we're gonna walk around and we're gonna go see shit
Yeah.
tonight, and then tomorrow we have a table reserved. We're gonna go to Oktoberfest in the big tents and have a table reserved and actually experience German Fest from
You gonna drink the beer?
we're
Yeah.
gonna all the beer,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna party, and then in the
Das
in the
Boot?
evening we're gonna like back off. Like, okay, everybody can wander around, and like when you go to German Fest, like you can reserve a table or you
Oktoberfest.
can find your. What did I say?
German Fest. You said
Whatever.
German Fest is Oktoberfest
It's
in
in
Germany.
German
Hey,
Fest.
West Bend celebration is pretty much identical.
It's the same thing. So I'm like, you know, like we're gonna do this, and like we're gonna go in and we're gonna experience this, and we're gonna share it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, all right, well, it'll be cool. But like, I wanted to be able to share that with people.
That is
And like,
poor soul.
okay, maybe some people are gonna be like tired. Like, okay, well, I'd rather not be hungover tomorrow. I'm gonna go hike down towards the Eagle's Nest in Salzburg. So I built time in for that. Like, you know, it's one of those things I learned with this trip to Costa Rica. I'm like, hey man, well, we need downtime so people can do their own thing.
Yeah.
But also, we need to be able to do things together as a group and build that cohesion and have a good experience. Like, that was one of the coolest things. Like, my mom.
Smart
kept saying-
move. Keep them back. Keep them coming back for more. I
Yeah.
like it.
My mom kept saying, like, it's unbelievable how all these people from all these different places keep hanging out together.
Yeah.
Like, they want to spend time together and do the things together and experience it together. And then, we go whitewater rafting or
It's the same
drift
group.
through whatever, and they're like,
Like
oh
the
my
same
god, it was
group that
cool.
you hang out with here, you're going to like another country to hang out with the same 10 people.
But no, like, it's entirely 10
Basically,
different
any
people.
kind of vacation.
Coming
I thought
from
you were
your
saying
mom's
this.
aspect, right? She doesn't know anybody in the entire group
Yeah.
other than me, you, and Gahan.
Yeah.
Really.
And she's like, this is awesome. Like,
And
everybody's...
she had so
like,
much fun.
Like, I would talk to you, and then I would talk to you.
Right.
And then you would talk to her, and then she would talk to you. And, like, everybody just kind of intermingled. And she's like...
It is cool. You like, even if you weren't traveling, even just doing anything like that where it's like a group setting like that, like you're not forced, but like you become friends in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You're sharing
If
that experience.
if it's a cool time, yeah, you could be friends with them for life after that. You
Yeah.
know, if not, almost who cares too, because like it was still cool in the moment or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened with Costa Rica and Panama. So, like, that's what I'm hoping will happen with Germany and Austria. Well, we're flying into
You
Austria.
guys,
but-
it's only going to get better. Like whatever
Yeah.
you guys do, it's going to be you'll learn like what works, what doesn't. The time to themselves and the fucking adventure. I could definitely see that being a balance. Like you probably want to get. If somebody's paying you guys to do everything and like plan stuff, it's going to probably be like a 25-75 type. You know what I mean? Like
75% of the time,
Give-
figure out
yeah.
what I want to do, and then
Yeah.
25% of the time, let me figure
yeah,
out
like
what the fuck I
less
want.
days, because otherwise I could see people right away, especially that don't know you, would be like, I thought, like, aren't they supposed to be planning stuff?
Like, aren't they gonna
like
plan-
3 days of downtime and a 7 day?
plan everything for me.
Yeah.
Order my chicken tenders for me.
Yeah.
Put the ranch on my chicken tenders for
There's
me.
no chicken tenders here. There's
That's
only
an extra $25.
horse nuggets. You're getting horse nuggets, not chicken tenders.
You know, like, that's the shit thing.
Icelandic horse nuggets. I do love Icelandic horse nuggets.
I do too, man. That dark meat is unbelievable.
Any kind of nuggets. I don't care what.
You know,
what
like,
it is.
I hope that we can get fucking, like, the guy that we met in Panama, Suga, said, your group is unbelievable. Like, they actually came and partied with us after I stopped paying them to hang out with us.
Awesome.
They came and hung out with us
In
at
Costa
Tasty
Rica,
Waves.
yeah.
Like, they paid for themselves to come hang out with us for the night and party and bought us drinks
Nice.
because they had such a good time while we were in
Oh.
Panama.
Natalie, Suga's fiance, is from Madison, Wisconsin.
Isn't that messed up too?
Small
Like,
world.
Like, we're like, hey,
What-
like, she's like, I think I started talking Spanish to her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I should practice that too. Like,
what's that?
What?
What was that place? What was it? In Costa Rica, Rockin' J's? Was
Yeah.
that still a thing? I would talk to people in there and be like, oh, like, you know, clearly, like, you're talking English, and, like, you can tell that they're, like, not from there. We'd be chatting or whatever, like, where are you from? And he'd be like, Milwaukee. What the fuck? I
Dude,
came down to
I
Costa Rica to
remember
meet
meeting
people
a
from
dude
Milwaukee.
outside of Rockin' J's. He's like, oh, yeah, man. Like, I feel bad I haven't offered you a beer yet, bro. I'm from Janesville. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what? He's like, yeah, man, I got a 12-pack of Miller Lite. I'm like, that's like import shit,
Yeah.
bro. That's expensive.
Right. You could sell that shit. $20 a can.
No, it's cool.
Stuff was
Natalie was
expensive.
so excited to figure out that we were pretty much all from Wisconsin. Like, her father is from Panama. Like, she's
No,
got
no, no.
Panamanian in her.
No, she's from Madison and, like, grew up on a farm.
Isn't it Caesar?
No, Caesar's
No.
from Panama.
No,
No, I
said,
thought Natalie has ties to Panama, though.
She said he's got
Other
a little.
than-
She's got a little Panamanian in
I
her.
don't recall. I would like
Is it
to
her
pledge
husband?
no allegiance.
Either way, it was
Either
just
way.
cool because, like, she felt so at home with us because we're all like, ope,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, oh, sorry. And then she's like playing, and then she's like, well, you know,
Midwest nice.
that was a good.
Yeah, she's like, oh, well, I suppose we should get going for the night.
that weird?
I'm like, oh, fuck, well,
like
I
Costa
suppose.
Rica. Oh, don't you know? Don't
Oh,
you know you
don't
can
you
stay here
know.
anytime you come down? Oh, don't be like that.
yeah.
Making meatloaf and tots tonight if you guys want. You're like
I got
Costa
the
Rica.
tater cock casserole.
You marry that girl.
I got the mushroom Swiss gravy in there.
Yeah, you marry that
We
girl.
went down to Costa Rica and ate a meatloaf and tots
Mm-hmm.
with ketchup.
Oh, yeah. That's good shit right there, man. That fucking tater cock casserole.
But yeah, she had so much fun with us, and just overalls. Like she lives in Chicago. Normally she's got 2 boys, and she's engaged this guy who lives in Panama, and she's a real estate investor.
Yeah, she like takes people out there doing best. And,
Yeah.
like, so she'll send us like shit like
The house for sale. It was
She
a
just
2-bedroom
sent us-
house on almost 6 acres of land for
There you go.
$269,000 oceanfront.
Spoiler alert, that's where you guys take it. Once you guys get this Beer Fit thing really going, now you have your own little Airbnb there, and that's where you stay.
I think the big
Different
thing
locations.
is the big thing is like to take people that have never been outside of their comfort zone.
I want to go back
Yeah.
to Bocas, just the 2 of us, for like a week, and just figure it out. Like just figure the country out.
By the just the 2 of us, she's the 4 of us.
Just the 4 of us.
The 4 of us.
You and I and you. That's a good call though too.
She
Isn't
knows
that great?
she'll know that she'll have a good time with the 4 of
If,
us.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt in my
if
mind.
you don't already, what you also have to do then is make this like a LLC or whatever, so you can write off trips like
Business
that
trips,
as
yeah.
like a research trip.
And that's kind of the idea. Like we talk all the time about being able to retire somewhere in Central America
In 15
or
years.
Yeah.
Vietnam
Smart,
or
right? Your money would go a
in
lot
Asia,
further. Sure.
somewhere that our retirement dollars can go a lot further. But
You always got the
ultimately,
villages.
like the big thing for me is like I love traveling so much. I want to share it with people that would never go outside the country or outside their comfort zone, but would trust me to be like, hey man, like I know you've done it, like can I just come with you and try it out?
Yeah.
But I would never do it on my own.
Can I ask you something? Out of all the places that you have been, if shit got really weird, like come November,
Weird. I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
you could never travel again, where would you want to be permanently? And I mean,
stateside.
no, anywhere that you've been or maybe would like to see. Just it's just a hopefully just a thought provoking
so
question. Yeah.
hypothetically,
Like if you were,
it's really tough.
I don't want to say stuck because hopefully you have a place that you wouldn't feel stuck. But out of all the places that you've seen and been, or maybe even like thought about being at, is there a place that you would love to be like? Okay, well, I traveled here and now I can't travel anymore, and we're here from here on out.
I would say, like, honestly, at this point, I haven't traveled as much as I would like to. I'll preface it with that. But, like, Costa Rica and Panama are both fantastic. Now, however, the tax savings in Panama seem better than in Costa Rica. The cost of living seems better in Panama. It's more up and coming. However, one of my cousins has traveled far more extensively than I have. And, like, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos seems far unfucking professional.
Out of all the professionalism that we've displayed today, you go and pull that.
Unbelievable.
Amanda, hit him.
Pucky.
Slap
But,
him.
so my cousin swears by Asia. And, like, I haven't traveled there.
Asia.
Like, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. I had an uncle that lived in the Philippines for a long time on veteran disability.
Not Uncle Mark?
No.
Not Uncle Mark.
Sorry. It's the only uncle of yours I know.
It's fair. He isn't even a real uncle. Like we just call him Uncle Mark. It intrigues me to go to Asia just because of the cost of living, the beautifulness, whatever else. But like,
But you've never
having
been.
where I've traveled, Panama seems like legit. Like Bocas and the islands. And I don't want to say this because people are gonna come buy my shit instead of me, which fucking is bullshit. 'Cause I wanna go.
Don't go to Panama. It's a
Don't go
horrible
to
country.
Panama.
Yeah.
No matter what
Horrible.
I say, don't go to Panama.
Especially
but I'm gonna go to
Bocas.
Panama.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was a hypothetical, but you never know. I mean, I was curious.
Yeah.
You know, like if I don't know what I would say, but I haven't traveled enough. The Costa Rica thing was the craziest thing.
It's
I've
just
done.
such a simpler
but
life.
If you went to Costa Rica, like it wouldn't be a bad experience.
No,
right?
no, I would. It's weird, like when I think back on that about coming back and everything. Like, I wouldn't say regrets because like I had a lot of really cool shit happen after I came back. So like I can't say that I wish I didn't come back because a lot of really great things happened since I've been back. However, I do think back on it like if I would have just made like a couple of little moves down there, I probably could have just fucking like started life there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At that time, especially because it was like, at the time, all I really had going here was like games, you know what I mean? Playing music locally, and like I could have
I
actually
almost
done
burned that place down.
I could have done that there. You know, there was places to play and everything. I think I did a couple open mics down there, but it was never like a
Sanford's
show
or
of mine.
Mango or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it was never a show of mine or anything, but like I played down there a couple times, and like I could, you know, I had no. That's not why I was there, so I had no ambition to like try to do that. But thinking back, it was probably like that close, where it was like if you could have just done that. The irony of it was I would have been playing the same shit from up here, like you know, like Wisconsin or like just like drinking songs and
Yeah,
you know American.
You'd been playing down there to have a
American
good time and
songs,
party, just
yeah.
like you were up here.
And,
The difference is
and the tourists that were down there would have wanted it because it, you know what I mean. It would
They're
have been
tourists.
like the home thing.
So the one.
Finbar McCarthy always told me that. Well, back in the day,
Oh,
he used to
fucking
say
McCarthy's.
he used to say that to me. He was like, if you want to make it as like a, especially like comedy act, like musical comedy stuff, he's like, you got to go to a tourist town. He's like, you'll do that forever.
Sure,
Because it's new
everybody
people.
comes there to see it.
New people every day.
Yeah, so the one club that we went to in Focus Town there's a 3-piece band, right? Drums, 2 guitars, and then some chick would just randomly pop in. But they did fucking 90s grunge music.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
Nirvana,
every day
Green
probably.
Day,
Oh, they
Cranberries.
fucking partied, man.
And they were
And
probably really good at it
they
too,
were
'cause they
super
play
good.
it every day.
And I mean, for being in
We had a
Central
good time
America
when we
and
were
singing
drunk.
American music, like they were very good.
Yeah.
And we had a blast.
Right, and when you're down there from anywhere
Yeah.
and you're drunk and you know the songs, this is like the greatest
Yeah.
thing.
I'm
Oh,
not
fuck
drunk
that.
yet, but I did
'Cause
get
you're
drunk
6
there.
cocktails deep, and what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're like,
It's basically
Right.
like a
Right, we're all singing Nirvana
Yeah.
or Bon
Blink.
Jovi or
Yeah.
some stupid shit, but like, it's true, right? You're in
Yeah.
a foreign country, and then you're
basically when that guy's at the
stuff you
jukebox
grew up listening to
playing
is
all
on
the
Yeah.
the radio or somebody's
90s
playing, and you're like,
hits, and you're
yeah.
like, fuck yeah.
Blink, 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 blink. That's kind of where I was going with the McDonald's thing too. Like when I asked that about the McDonald's in other countries, I've heard people say that before. Like especially if they're traveling for a long time, it's like a comfort thing.
Like horse
Like
nuggets.
you said, you don't usually go in there and see like. It might not even be locals in there because they're like, we stay away from that garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean,
Well,
like,
if
But you go
anybody
in there
I
and
was
fucking
not
know
getting
better.
McDonald's,
But I know a
It's like a
goddamn
bunch of
quarter
lonely-
pounder with cheese, bro.
It's some hungover Wisconsinite in there that just like
Where-
I just need my hometown food.
Where's the 10-pack of George Webb's, man?
Where's the
Like,
White Castle?
Bro, no, like
I can't do any more horse nuggets. I need fucking white meat fucking chicken from McDonald's.
I need some sheep dick.
Yeah.
Mixed sheep dicks.
Yeah. It's comfort
extra
food.
firm.
Comfort food.
That grocery store down there, I remember they would have like American food, like you could get like Captain Crunch in there, and like yeah, those fucking bottles or not bottles, fucking the cereal boxes were like $30.
Oh my god. I remember
Imported Captain Crunch
my first time in Costa Rica.
from the States.
We drank them out of like 6 or 7 different kinds of beer. Cause like we were hanging out with Don and Drew at the Airbnb they
Yeah.
managed, and like there was a lemon tree. So like we would just cut lemons and slice the shit up and drop it in Sol, Motello,
Yeah.
Pacifico, whatever the fuck it was, and we
Yeah,
drank them out of like
Pacifico and
6
Imperial.
or 7 different beers, and then like we go back. And we buy more like
What
I
were
need
those,
7 of these beers,
40s or like whatever. What do they serve them in liters?
like 22 ounces
Yeah.
or whatever the
Drew
fuck
and
it
I,
was.
we made a dog fucking fence because remember they had all those little miniature pinchers.
Oh fuck yeah!
We made a
man.
fucking dog fence out of the liter
Da
bottles of beer, and then that was before we found out that we were actually hoarding them around there because you had to trade them in because they did
Yeah.
the bottle exchange.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
So they were,
going,
like,
to,
mad
it's
at-
like going to Michigan. You
They
got
were mad at us.
us.
They were mad at us for holding all the bottles because we had like fucking whole fence. We had a fucking like more bottles than he's got back there. Making
Fuck
a little
yeah.
fence. Making a little fence so the dogs didn't go out back and get eaten by like a fucking snake or a fucking howler monkey.
Fucking the goddamn howler monkeys are bad down there, bro.
Yeah.
They're like and you're like I just want to sleep, man. It's like 6 a.m., bro.
I heard them out there, but like you were at that Airbnb that they
Yeah,
had. So
yeah.
like when I stayed there with them, I had a room, but if they had other people come there, I would give up the room and I would sleep on like the balcony, and it was an open air. Just it was covered but no walls. It wasn't like screened in or anything. So like there was a roof, but that was it. And
You good?
what's that?
We're at 113.
Oh, perfect. So after this story, so I'm laying out there, and yeah, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, and it sounds like there's like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close,
It's fucking
and they're getting
horrible,
closer.
man.
And they get
And
loud.
all I have, I'm in like boxers, and I got a fucking sheet
They
over
throw
me.
the fucking like bar and some.
I have a sheet over me, and I'm outside, and like nobody else is awake. I'm outside, and I'm sitting there like I just got a sheet, and these things sound like they're like right above me, and they're making that like fucking howl, like weird, like fucking yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, they sound so big, but like you when you actually see the thing,
Yeah,
They're
like,
like
the
a
noise,
tiny little monkey.
they're like maybe like
Yeah.
a foot and a half.
Yeah,
or
you're like,
something.
what the fuck? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, but you'll chew my fingers off.
Yeah, but they sound so fucking mean, and I was like, what the
No, they
fuck?
do.
I'm like, am I gonna get attacked by monkeys right now? Like, is this how shit's gonna go
So like
down?
I took a whole, basically our whole group minus you and your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
the
4 people.
Jaguar.
So I took 10 people to the Jaguar Rescue Center where
Yeah.
Dawn volunteered at. And there's a whole pride of howlers right above the rescue center, and they're wild. They're not from the rescue center, and they just start barking and howling at each other, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it sounds fucking.
And then we had a male who came down and was
He's
like
like,
walking around, but he had a club foot because he was in an electrical accident. So he was a rescue, but like everybody, they tried to release him to the jungle multiple times, and he kept getting rejected because he's got a club foot.
Yeah.
Well, then his female comes down with a baby and is like following him around, and he's like the reject howler because he's handicapped. And
That's
it's-
what I hear.
but everyone, like, even like the whole staff is like, back away, 3 feet minimum, blah 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 blah. Like, this is a wild monkey, and everyone's like freaking out, and then like the whole pride's howling, and it was pretty intense. And everybody who's never seen or heard a howler monkey
I
before,
was hungover and
Yeah,
passed
he
out
couldn't
in
come.
my bed.
They're like,
but yeah, everyone's like, this is so crazy.
It's not my
just-
first time.
It was a very cool experience though, because like
Yeah.
you've never been to a jungle, you've never heard a pride of monkeys like howling and hooting and hollering. It's intense when you're like, holy shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's intimidating for sure.
Yeah.
And like the
Right.
first time we went there, and we're at Tasty Days now, and we're trying to sleep, and all these monkeys are like 6 o'clock in the morning just hollering. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
She was not happy. And I'm like, hey, look, welcome to the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle,
Right.
baby.
I'm like, you're
not
gonna
to quote
die.
Guns N' Roses.
as he's here, like going and saying all this, he's like, but I love taking people on trips they never been to.
I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I ain't going. Fuck that.
Like,
I ain't
turns out
doing no
you'll be
fucking horror
fine.
movie.
You'll be
the
fine.
point of that story was
Want
that
to get you out of
they
your
sound
comfort zone.
intimidating, and then when you see them,
They're cute.
they're tiny little things. Like they're
And then
smaller
the
than
howler
these
monkey
dogs.
comes up to you and goes, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Hey, they're smaller than these dogs sitting down. Like if these dogs sitting in a tree, that they're smaller
Wait,
than that.
have you ever been to Upper Wisconsin before?
Oh yeah, the UP there.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Y'all
Yeah.
can fucking travel all you want.
No, I will tell you that at that same Jaguar Rescue Center,
Yep.
I remember specifically about the snakes because they were like they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl said she's like, if you're walking through like a trail to the beach or whatever, she's like, there's so many snakes there. Like that, I think Costa Rica has like the highest amount of venomous snakes throughout.
You know what's
anywhere.
crazy? I've never seen one in the fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like, I've only seen, like, a jaguar.
We've seen snakes in the wild, but I don't know if they were venomous. But I
Yeah.
think a lot of them are there. But she
But a
said,
lot of them have to have like
Yeah.
a viper-shaped
Yep.
head.
and that's
Yeah.
what she said too. She's like, another way to tell. She's like, if you're walking on a trail, she's like, if you're far enough away from it or whatever, and the thing sees you, if it takes off, it's probably safe. If it doesn't, it's probably not.
Yeah.
Because the reason why they're just confidently being like, I don't give a fuck that this guy's coming
Hey,
towards me.
hey,
gonna
is
fuck
because
you up,
fuck
bro.
your world up.
I can fuck him up. And like, yeah, the pit vipers,
Yeah.
those things actually look like they're the fucking devil.
Yeah,
Like they have
yeah,
fucking
man.
Yeah,
devil
it's like-
horns.
Like, you can see it. Like, if you see a
They're
viper,
venomous. They're like one of the most
they're
poisonous
triangle
snakes.
shaped head, and they're like,
Yeah.
Well,
And they-
there's a lot of them that they don't have anti-venom for. So
Yeah.
you get stung by certain snakes down
that
there.
black
you're
one,
They're
man,
done.
they got it on there.
satanic devil horns
Yeah.
right on them.
I'm good.
So do you want to go to
Yeah.
Costa Rica?
But yeah, if you want to travel,
Hey.
Beer Fit Travel Code.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Hey, Dub, how about we just take people to North Dakota to go duck hunting?
Yeah, I'm sticking with
Where
that.
we have nothing to worry about other than
I'm cool without earthquakes,
eating overcooked brisket.
Are there
hurricanes,
Being,
Are there
being
any
chased by a
snakes?
Canadian goose.
now? Are there any
lizards.
venomous ducks?
No. No.
Just crazy.
You want to stay away from
No.
the diamond-shaped duck heads. Those are venomous.
The diamond-shaped duck heads. The diamond-shaped
If
duck
you know what
heads
I mean.
Only thing around here that's gonna
Hey,
hurt
if
you
the
is a
diamond-shaped
beaver.
duck heads have a lump, stay away.
Yeah. You want to stay away from the lumpy, diamond-shaped, venomous duck. I can't even say it. Anyway, that was a great episode 8.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Can't believe it.
cheers to two
Hey,
episodes
See
in
you
one
guys in a
night.
couple months. We're just going to do them here now.
Hey, you guys are
Thank
welcome
you.
to come hang out here anytime.
Great place.
Thank you
To
for
the ends
having
of the world.
To the ends of the world.
To the ends of the world. Beer Fit Travel Co. Thank you for the $10,000 sponsorship. That means a lot to us.
Yeah,
It's
no
gonna-
problem, man.
It's going to put Jared and I into the real fucking production value
We'll
here.
put us in some new shirts.
We'll get you a real camera instead of an iPhone.
We'll give you some shirts that
Yeah. I'll
are
either-
not too big for you.
I'll either lose weight or get a bigger shirt by next
Yep.
time. I promise.
I got a guy for that. Midwest Coast Customs.
Yep.
There you go.
As for Paul Bland and I, this is 1,000 Pound Podcast. We out.
Is that what we're doing?
Yep. We finger bang.
Everybody shoot the camera.
We finger banged last time.